Welcome back to GXC, the Serious Series, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about what the possible new title for the new Godzilla vs. Kong movie could actually mean and what you can expect. So let's turn it over to KAIJU.
So recently we just got a new reveal for the working title for Godzilla vs. Kong 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it. And multiple films in this monsterverse have had working titles like how Godzilla 2014 had a working title of Nautilus, and then Kong Skull Island, Titan, and then Godzilla King of the Monsters was Fathom, and Godzilla vs. Kong was Apex, and Godzilla X Kong was Origins. And now for Godzilla vs. Kong 2 or 3, whatever you want to call this thing, is now its working title is Zeus. Yeah, the working title is Zeus, apparently. So now in this channel, we'll call it Godzilla vs. Kong Zeus, apparently. But the reason why they call it Zeus is unknown at the moment, but we do have some ideas. So for Godzilla vs. Kong Zeus, apparently maybe it's referring to like Greek mythology, as a lot of people probably expected. And since Godzilla is technically like a titan of old, and Kong is somewhat not as old as Godzilla, but Godzilla is more of a mythic, and this is going to be centered around Godzilla's storyline for the first time, which I know us Godzilla fans are very happy to hear that. So it may be very interesting that maybe they'll go into the mythos of Godzilla or something very important to that matter. And also it could mean the operation that the government is trying to use to shut down the Hollow Earth portals or the new Titan reanimation program. So that's just kind of the ideas of what this title could be. Very interesting. And I was also thinking if the government's trying to shut down these portals or reanimate Titans, and this is a Godzilla-centered story, we've all been talking about Space Godzilla, and especially how Dan Stevens in his Twitter account said, "Watch this space," which is very important, and also had emojis of Godzilla and Kong and Planet Earth. So apparently that's something very, very important. So that means that we might get Space Godzilla in this. Also, we saw some crystals in the Hollow Earth, which they weren't really majorly highlighted on, but that could also be something important. And also Zoza Halawa in the concept art for Godzilla vs. Kong was teased, which could have been Space Godzilla's concept as well. So that means that this has been something in the works for a while. This could mean it also an alien invasion and that they make Space Godzilla. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on that this movie could potentially have. But I could see it possibly being Space Godzilla because look at it this way. Kong's main story was in Godzilla vs. Kong, and it was about him finding his own kind, and the Scar King was the main villain with Shimo. And then now with Godzilla, the main villain should be a Godzilla-like Titan, hence Space Godzilla will be a very good substitute there. But anyways, that's all we have today, so make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out.